Hey guys, it's Brad and the Buff. I got my buff on my head and I'm ready to go. I put together a super ultralight gear set for me to maybe test out this weekend. Ultralight means you're below 10 pounds. Super ultralight means you're below 5 pounds in your total gear. That's not your water and your food and any fuel you might bring. So I'm trying to get below that 5 pound mark for this trip just to try it out. I'm going to show you what I have put together in this video. So my first major piece of gear is going to be my Z-Pax Nero. This is about 11 ounces with the extra pockets I have on front. I end up at about 13 ounces into my backpack. This is going to be my heaviest item, but it is my backpack. You can actually get one called the Sub Nero. It's actually a little bit lighter than this one. I believe this one is 38 liters of storage. I think the Sub Nero is 30, and if you're going this light, you can probably go to a 30. But for me, I like having that flexibility of the extra space for my winter trip, so I'm good sticking with this. But that's my first major piece of gear. The next major piece of gear that I'm going to have, usually I just pack it right here on the side, is going to be my tarp. This is a Big Agni Onyx tarp. I've done videos on it. I come out about 10 ounces with stakes and everything in it, so I got 10 ounces in that. That's one of my other pieces, and the third of my big three is going to be my Enlightened Equipment quilt. This is a 40-degree quilt, and it's an extra wide and extra long. Most people aren't going to need that, but I like having it for the space. So that's about 19 ounces. So that's by far my heaviest three pieces of gear. Also part of my sleeping gear, and where I'm saving most of my weight is using this as my pad. This is just going to be, I'm going to use this as my sleeping pad. I'm not going to have an inflatable one this time. I think I'm just going to have it up like this and then stick my backpack underneath of it, empty my backpack, and then I'll have some cushion for my shoulders if I'm rolling at night. I'm not really concerned about my hips. This is only a 2 to 3 ounce. This is just a enclosed foam pad. I got this from Mountain Laurel Designs. So it's only about 2 to 3 ounces, and it's integral to my backpack. I just slap it in here. I can use it as a butt seat. I can pull it out. And so that's one of the reasons I've decided to see if I can transition to that comfortably. I'm only going out for a night, so it's not like the world's something bad is gonna happen if I'm uncomfortable for a night. I am bringing a pillow because I do like having a pillow. I got this Z-Pax pillow. I've had it out once and I really liked it. It's a couple ounces lighter than the previous pillow I had, so I'm gonna give it a try on this trip. This is my ditty bag. You know, it's got my flashlight in it. It's got a lighter. It's got my small medical, my toiletries. So that's going to go in here. My long-handled titanium spoon. It weighs about a half an ounce, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to filter my water with my Sawyer Squeeze. That just goes right here in my side pocket. For my water carry, and I'm thinking about taking this out because it will get me a little bit lighter, is my CNOC just 3-liter Vecto bag. And it's about 3 ounces, but I think that's something that if I'm near a lot of water, which I think I will be, I could go without. I'm just using my typical Smart Water bottle. You know, you only got about 1.5 ounces into this. It slides right down into this so well. So that's what I'll be taking. And then I'm going to use my CNOC buck bag as my bowl. And so that will go right over here as my cup and my bowl. So my CNOC buck bag, I'm going to carry an extra pair of socks, wool socks, and an extra pair of wool underwear so that I have something I can change into if they get real sweaty. And that's all that I'm planning on taking. I got some other items here I'll show you that I could opt to take. This total setup is 4.5 pounds. So I'm at 4.5 pounds with this gear. So I am at that super ultra lightweight category. And I do have a little bit of room there. If I want to bring a rain jacket, that would probably put me right about the limit, and it may be going to rain this weekend, so I am thinking about doing that if it looks light. I could also add in my cup if I just wanted something hot to drink coffee off of. Now, one thing you'll notice is I don't have a stove in this setup. This would be a cold soak setup. It's awfully hard to get below 5 pounds without a cold soak setup. If I were to bring one, it would be my Toaks Titanium stove. It's only about a half an ounce. It's just an alcohol stove, and I use a Vargo fuel carrying system. So I have a little windscreen here. So for a couple ounces, I could bring a stove if I want to. If it's warm out and I'm expecting insects, I'd have to bring some insect repellent. That's about a half an ounce. I get this little, it's a push down thing that, let's say, I guess made Repel is the company. Outdoor something or other. I don't know, but these little tubes that you get, they're only about half an ounce. I'm not planning on bringing my battery just because I'm only going to be out for a night, so I don't think I'll need it for a night. If I was going to be out longer, I'd have to bring my battery, and that's about 6 ounces. And if I thought the weather was going to be really bad, I could switch from my tarp up to my Ultiplex. My Ultiplex with this bag and all of the stakes and everything, I come in about 23, 24 ounces. As opposed to my tarp, which comes in about 10. So I'm increasing about 13 to 14 ounces to do that. So it would be hard to stay in the super ultralight with my Ultiplex, but the weather protection is so much better, and it's already got a floor built into it, that this is a really good option for me if I'm looking at inclement weather. But those are some of the things I can remove or take out. But for right now, this is the plan. I think I'm going to be staying in a shelter, and so that's why I feel comfortable with taking my tarp. My tarp would really just be a backup, and I think the weather's going to be decent, so I'm not really worried about getting crushed with rain. And it's going to be warm out, so I don't also have to worry that if it does rain a little bit and I get a little bit wet, that something bad's going to happen to me. If it was colder, I'd probably be a little bit more protective, but I'm not. So some of the reasons going super ultralight is a little bit crazy in my opinion. It's just something to do. So people will ask me, like, why keep pushing away? What's the difference between a pound or two? And one of the reasons to experiment with your gear like I'm doing is just to do it. There's a reason that sometimes I just decide I want to go for 25 miles, or people run a marathon, or people go do, sometimes you just do things just to accomplish it. And to me, just to have a super ultralight setup put together and to actually use it would be a fun thing just to try out. I'm usually going to be in that ultralight category. I'm usually in that 7 to 8 pounds. But what I'll say about that is when I started off initially, it was hard to get below 30 pounds. And then it was hard to get below 20 pounds. It felt impossible. Then it felt impossible to get below 15 pounds. And then getting below 10 pounds. So every step of the way, what I thought was going to be almost impossible, now if I'm packing more than 10 pounds, it feels crazy to me to bring that much gear. So I do like to push things to see what you can leave and what you don't leave. And it also helps you just really tighten up your gear, of getting rid of excessive things and just looking at them and going, how much joy does this extra weight really bring me? Do I really need this? And also, I'm packing for, a specific trip. I'm only going to be out a night. If I was going out longer than that, I probably would be pushing more like the 10-pound range if I thought I was going out for a week or so. But just for a night, just to test it out, I'm excited to get into this. So just once again, something to do, something to test out with my gear. Every trip I do, for me, is always a chance to try out a new piece of gear, or to try a new, the way things work together, to see if I can get them a little bit more synergistic, and to just experiment with what I have. And that's part of the fun of the trip that I look forward to, is experimenting with the different gear that I have to get the setup that I enjoy the most, or see what I like the best. So anyways, going to super ultralight is just a thought experiment that's really helped me with that. I'll get this gear out, I'll see what it's like to sleep without the pad. Maybe that's a bust, maybe it's not, but we'll find out. But I'm looking forward to getting this out, showing you guys, tell you what I think, and I'll see you guys next video. Hey guys, if you like the video you just saw, please subscribe, click the bell so you can get alerted for any new videos that I may do, and check the links below for any information I described in the video. I'll try to put as much there as possible. Thanks for watching.